We're live.
Okay. Hi, Shannon. How are you today?
Doing well, feeling good.
Awesome. Well, first, we want to hear all about you. Tell us how old you are, what you do for a living, about your family. This is all about you today.
Oh, great. I love bragging about myself, but I'm also going to brag a lot about you. So I'm 40 years old. I have two children. I've always been healthy, but not at the weight I wanted to be. But other things about myself. I am a lawyer. I'm a divorce lawyer. Family lawyer, they say. Um, I love traveling. I love going to the beach. We're gonna get into this, but just wasn't comfortable at the beach. But that has all changed. That has all changed.
All right, so let's start with what are your biggest wins since starting this lifestyle, the bikini boss lifestyle?
So you said it perfectly on the most recent post. I was just feeling very guilty. Like I would mentally spiral, right? Like I would eat one cookie and then I was like, I ate a cookie. That's the worst thing ever, which it's not, I have learned. And then I'm eating three cookies and four cookies. And then the next day I'm like, not eating breakfast. I can't have breakfast. So, getting out of that mindset where I was spiraling and just say to myself, those things happen and we're going to get back on track tomorrow. And I need to have a high protein breakfast tomorrow because that's what's going to get me back on track. So, the binge eating, which you pointed out, feeling comfortable in a bathing suit. Now, not only do I wear bathing suits, but I get bikini waxes because I love wearing my bathing suit. Um, what else? What else? The strength training is huge, right? So I was always working out. I was always doing cardio, but like I learned from you that an hour of cardio means nothing. You really need a strength train. And I just want to point out, I would never, before meeting you, sit here with a sleeveless dress on. I hated my arms. I had what my family calls Grandma Rosa arms. Just she just had very big arms. But now I think I shaved my armpits, but now I just like I send you a picture. I send you lots of pictures from my bathroom when I'm weighing in. And that's kind of amazing. That's something I didn't expect. I didn't expect to get so lean and so toned. So that was a huge thing. The strength training is huge. And I'm going to be 80 years old. I'm going to be pumping some iron.
Okay, girl. Okay. I love it. Um, Anything about your mindset that really changed? I like when you said you're gonna be 80 years old and pumping some iron.
Yeah.
So what about your mindset? Those are a lot of wins. Do you have any mindset? I mean, we did talk about mindset too.
I get giddy thinking about all of this and how different I just think about my body. So you want me to talk about my mindset now?
And how
Oh,
it's changed.
yeah, my mindset now. So just so everyone knows, I did the 3 month program, but then I stayed on with you, and I think we're like almost at a whole year. So when I first was doing that 3 month with you, I was like very nervous. Like I was like very restrictive with myself. Um, because I invested what I think is a lot financially into this program, all worth it. We'll talk about that, all worth it. But I was very restrictive with myself during the 3 months. But now we're like a year later and I'm still the same weight. And during that year, yeah, like things went up during my cycle. That number on the scale went up during my cycle. And sometimes it was lower than where I thought it would be, like beyond where I was after those 3 months. So I learned not to be restrictive. I learned to plan, right? On Thanksgiving, think Thanksgiving was amazing, right? You did one of your lives for Thanksgiving and I listened to it. And you said, make yourself one plate. It can be like piled high plate. It's just one day. And then make yourself one plate for dessert. It's just one day. And then the next day, have a plate of leftovers, regular food, and dessert food. Like you don't, to be a skinny mini, you don't have to like be hungry, right? So I guess that's a huge mindset. During the 3 months, I was very restrictive, but I did learn to make myself 2 plates during Thanksgiving.
Because one whatever you think is bad isn't it's not just like one good meal isn't going to
Right.
right switch us
Well,
up.
what you
So,
say, sorry to interrupt you. What you say is it's what you do on most of the days, right? Like it's consistency. Yeah. Yeah.
so and we want you to be completely honest here.
I
Why did
will.
you hire me? Why did you hire me as a coach? And we want honesty. We want you to tell us the
Oh,
truth. We're
I'll
having
tell you.
fun here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tell you. So well, first, it took you, I'll get to, okay. So when I met with you, you were wearing like a Lululemon tank top and it like had this like really cute design where it just like laid on you. And I was like, I would never wear that. I have Grandma Rosa arms. I would never wear that. And I think I even said to you, I was like, if you can get me wearing something like that would be a win. And you're like, I'll get you there. You'll be wearing clothes like this in no time. Now I have not a Lululemon top, but I have like a going out top that's very similar to your top, which is black and just like crosses here. And I feel extremely comfortable in it. And I would never wear that before. So you were so confident in me, and I wanted to feel confident in my body. I was turning 40 and I saw results. I saw results from other people. And I knew I had like the commitment to do it. I just didn't know the right things to do it. So we had a call scheduled and I totally ghosted you and blew you off in the summer of 2021, 2021 maybe, let's say. I don't know. But then we didn't work together until the following year, I want to say, because I just maybe wasn't ready, but I just kept seeing results. I kept seeing your Facebook. And I was like, I need to do this. So that's why I did it.
Uh, what past experiences did you have, if any, when trying to lose weight?
Yeah. I mean, like starving myself. Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers worked after my first pregnancy. Um, the beach body, right? My husband like pulled up a bag the other day and was like, remember this? Remember this like yellow box, red box, green box? I was like, that's such part of my French BS. Like how how much work did I need to do to lose weight? Like I needed to make sure it fit in this box. So beach body, I remember I did that. I tried that before my son. Um, like keto, right? I would like check my urine like with those little tabs to make sure I was in ketosis. Um, what else have I done? I mean, Weight Watchers was helpful. Um, but I would always bounce back. I would always fall back into it. Yeah.
What made you commit? What made you commit to our program, this program?
Yeah. I mean, I liked you and Sarah so much, and you were just so encouraging and so certain that this was going to work. And you were so responsive, right? You, I would say like, oh my gosh, I'm up 2 pounds. Don't worry, just water weight, focus on the protein. Um, so it's good to have someone on hand to communicate with, and now over time, like I say those things to myself. Um, yeah, I can't stress the mindset as any more than I already have. So I mean, when you're putting up so much money, you don't want to fail. And um, you've told me so many wonderful things, like your children are watching you. That sticks in my head. it just goes beyond myself. Like my children are watching me and, you say to me, you're a professional and and I want to feel good as a professional. I want to feel good in the clothes I'm wearing. And um, I was turning 40. I was also turning 40 and I was just like so sick of the cycle of like overeating at night at like past 9 o'clock and just feeling like after every meal I needed to have like a candy bar. Like I was just like done with it. I was putting in a lot of effort to not like get any results. Um, so it was a gift to myself and it was a great gift.
And so how has your life changed? How has your life changed because of this? Like not just in, you look amazing. What else?
I mean, the guilt is huge, right? I mean, I'm not beating myself up. I can use my mental space for other things. Like, I'm not worried that 2 hours ago I just sat in front of the pie and just ate it, because I would eat it and then I'd be upset that I ate it. So there's so much more mental space for me. Um, and every morning I'm in the basement working out. And even though my son isn't saying to me, like, good job, mom, you're in the basement working out, like it's just rote for him. He's just seeing me come up from the basement. He knows what I'm doing down there. Sometimes he comes and hangs out with me. Um, so it's just the habits that I've created. The habits have just made it easy um to stop me from falling into that like guilt and overeating cycle. Um, so I enjoy I enjoy buying clothes. Um, I feel satisfied after I eat. I feel like I'm fueling my body. Um, I'm not scared to get on the scale. They're like huge things to me. Huge things that like were like 40 years of annoyance.
What is it like working with us? And we want to be totally honest, the good, the bad, the ugly, we want all of it.
Yeah. So, um, you always say that you're going to tell me like it is, and you do in a very nice way. So I'm trying to think of the example that kind of sticks out in my mind or something that sticks out in my mind. Oh, yes. So, there was a time where I track all my food and you have full access to everything that I eat. Um, and I guess there were like a few days in a row, I'm eating some potato chips, I'm eating some Smart Pop, and you're just asking a question, you want me to be more intentional. And you say, hey, like, I just see a lot of snacking, like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, she sees me. She sees what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, you call me out. I love that. I love that, right? Because so and also like you tell me like when not to worry about it. Like brush it off, not a big deal, right? It's probably just like the time of your cycle, like no big deal. So that's a really secure feeling. Um, to have a cheerleader and also someone who will like call you out on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. I just want to clarify, can you have chips though? Can you have
Yes,
pizza?
yes, I have chips all the time. But I was like, I think you and I have worked together, and like one of my week times is like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So I was like, I think it was like summertime, and like we were pulling out the chips, the popcorn, maybe even like the Cheetos, and I log it all. Sometimes I don't log everything, but for the like 99% of the time I'm logging it. But yes, I can definitely have chips. I can definitely have sweets. Um But yeah, it was becoming a habit and you saw it. You're so responsive. I don't know how you manage everyone, like reviewing everyone's food, but there's not a week that you don't, and I don't always respond, and that's okay. But I know that you're there. You're there if I need you. I can schedule a call with you. I know that you're there. Um, so yeah, I know that you're looking at it, and that mindset will stick with me too, because we're not going to do this indefinitely. I mean, that would be impossible. But I think your goal is to let everyone leave the nest, and um, so um, that mindset will stick with me too, right?
What great things were you not expecting
Yeah.
in the program? What great things were you not expecting?
The toning, like the way like my body like physically changed, the like yeah, like I was like I want to lose weight, but also like things have like tightened up. Um I mean the what else? I mean meeting you, a lovely person, and Sarah, who's a lovely person, and I was so fearful that I was going to not be at the same weight today that I was after the 3 months. So I have stuck to that weight. I never thought that I would like cottage cheese so much. I never thought that I would love Greek yogurt so much. Um, but not only did I buy one container of cottage cheese this week, I bought two. And I love apple butter in my cottage cheese. Um, I'm not like a big cook, like my husband's the cook, so like I don't need to be a big cook. There's plenty of things that I can eat just like being simple. I'm like a very simple eater. Um, yeah, what else didn't I expect? I didn't expect all these habits. Like I was gonna be like in the basement at 5, lifting 25 pounds of weights, like, trying to get all of my exercise to 25. But yeah, like lifting so many weights is wild. Hmm.
So, so this is a hard one, and I want you to be super honest for all the people listening. What were you skeptical about? What were you fearful about before you started? And how have you overcome that? Like what has been overcome by it? And I want you to be super honest. Like what were you like,
Yeah. What was I? I was fearful that I was just gonna gain all the weight back. I mean, those first 3 months, I was like not very relaxed. I was like too rigid. Um, but what other things? What other things was I surprised about? I was surprised about, I mean, I don't have to follow everything to a T. I mean, I try my best to drink lots of water. Like I'll probably drink one of these and then maybe like a cup or two in addition, which isn't how much water you want me to drink. So I'm not, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it my way and it's working. Um, so I'm not like I thought I had to like follow every little thing. Right. And it's not like that. It's not like militant. It's I'm doing it my way. Um, and then, you know, I went to Disney this summer. Yeah, I'm texting with you on the app. I'm like, I'm so worried. I'm like eating funnel cake and all of these things. But you reminded me it's so much walking. So I think I'm also surprised about just like the simple exercise and just like moving your body. We talk about on the weekend, you don't have to like have some crazy workout. Just like getting out, throwing the football with my son, or going for a walk on a weekend is part of this lifestyle as well. It doesn't always have to be like in the gym sweating. Um, yeah. How else am I doing it my way? Let me think for a second. I have to go to bed very early to get up very early, but that's just the way I do it. I know there are plenty of people who work out on the program at lunch or in the evening. How important sleep is. I could probably sleep more. Um, but like last week, I didn't get very good sleep and I saw myself like grabbing for more food. Um, but what else? I'm trying to think like what the real hard part was, like the real hard part. And um the real hard, I mean, now it's just like so rote to me. So it's like hard to remember what really was like a struggle and getting over, like what was an obstacle. I mean, it was an obstacle to wake up that early and to, but now I'm just like in the mind frame of it. I, again, with the program, I think there are a lot of people who love the FaceTime lives. That's not me. Like I just don't have, like sometimes I'll put it on in the car or listen to it and I think there's a lot of good information in that, but I wasn't really drawn to that. But the one-on-one attention with you was what really got me going. That was more what motivated me in the program.
I think that's all part of finding your groove. And that's what we are trying to do here is finding what works for you to make it long term, right? To make it stick, to make it rote, because you're having a hard time remembering kind of what made it so hard to in the beginning, which I think is great. So this is I want you to, this is the last question. I want you to answer. We have a lot of people who, follow us who are thinking like, what should I do? Like, should I invest in this? And if a friend asked you and they were like, what should I do? Should I invest in this program? What would you tell them?
Yes, 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 yes. Do it. Okay, so investing in the program, what would I tell them? I would say, well, you could take the price. Is it okay if I say what the price is? I don't know if
Well,
it's
it's
right.
different.
Whatever the price is.
It's probably more than when you signed
Okay.
because
Well, I guess you could just think about dividing that over 40 more years of your life. And you could think about that's nothing. Why not put that money up front now? Um, I'm trying to think. Like I had some blood work done before the program. There were some things that were concerning at my physical, and now I just went back to my physical, and I mean, she basically was like, "What happened?" Like, this is very different. I mean, like my grandma says, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So I mean, we talked about this in the beginning. I am a better lawyer. I am a better mother. Like affects every aspect of my life. And I'm so grateful for you. And I think when we had our closing call and I just got a little emotional again, I think I cried on the closing call because this was such a cycle for me. This has changed everything for me because like I'm a boss and it's so crazy. And like I should feel like a boss, and now I do feel like a boss. So I guess what I would say is like it's nothing compared to like how I feel. Like I feel energized. I feel less heavy mentally. I feel like an example for my children. I mean those things are priceless. Yeah.
I think you said it all. We're gonna end it here. I think like yeah, if you're gonna be a boss, you should treat yourself like a boss. And we take people seriously here, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's what we do. We
Do
invest in
it.
you.
Do it. Yeah. Invest in you. I love that. I agree. I
So
agree.
you get kind of what you I we always talk about we are not cheap because this is definitely an investment. We take it very, very seriously and we want you all to do the same. So if you have anything you want to add, we're so grateful for you. You did amazing. You continue to do amazing. This is a journey that we are all on together. Thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your amazing story. You are amazing. And we will talk to you soon.
Talk soon. Bye. Thank you. So appreciative for you. Mhm.
All right, right back at you.